Just give me that. Just give me that. Just give me that. Give me that. Just give me that. I don't care what you got. Just give me that.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Eagles and the Commanders next on Madden NFL 25.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense.
Daniels looking to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers, takeaways they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Here's Hurts to throw.
This is Smith with a grab. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Now 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Thomas goes in motion left. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's Daniels.
This will be caught by Brown. That'll give him 8 that time, and it's 3rd and 4 now. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Eagles offense with Jalen Hurts at the controls, ready for their next possession. He hasn't had a ball touch the ground yet. 8 of 8 throwing it. Perfect so far, including the touchdown on the last drive, you remember, as they begin 1st and 10 here.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw.
Quick slant here to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as the tackle made at the 42.
Barkley, inside handoff. And fights through one man. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 27. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
2nd down and 3.
Now back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as he's brought down at the 16. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and 6 now.
They'll look to throw here.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Grant Calcaterra,
his 1st touchdown of the new season.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
They go play action. Daniels. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To the air goes Daniels. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A handoff to Barkley. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And the blitz was on there, able to get in the backfield from the linebacker spot and get him 2 points.
Brandon, we know a defensive coordinator right now who's looking for a raise. He had that dialed in perfectly, didn't he? The perfect blitz at the perfect time, 2 points for his team.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is taken at the 15. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Throwing now is Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Daniels looking to throw.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 2. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
This time they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants were winners last week, so they're trying to start their campaign at 2-0. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Michael Penix with a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Gardner Minshew has thrown a touchdown pass. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments,
and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing is Hurts.
He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And they'll remain down by 2. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They'll start on the ground with Harris, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
A strong running. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. An option handoff given to Harris.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He's going to try and take off with it.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 4-yard line.
Now Daniels.
Being chased out, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Jaden Daniels.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, now how about this return?
Now, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 33. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now at Commanders Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They hand this off to Harris. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Daniels. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Daniels. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
We knew he had the potential to give this defense fits with his arm, but he's really giving them fits with his legs in this one.
Got him tied in knots, doesn't he? Because you can see the indecision all the way through. Because when you're defending an RPO and you have to have the proper assignments, that means you're thinking instead of reacting, and he's taking full advantage of that, having a big game.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 15-yard line.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. In motion left is Thomas.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Here's Daniels.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to make it a 2-score game. Sanders' kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll look to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing. because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Here we go. This is fourth down.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth.
And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand.
So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. To about the 40-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They need 18 yards here on third down. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Smith to return it. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 9. Just over a minute 40 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. And that's complete to Brown.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw right side complete to Dodson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Here's 1st and 10. His short throw caught by Goddard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big...
And he's going to go down again.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Washington,
they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener.
and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.